Good morning. I have no idea what day it is. Easter Monday. That's what it is. Happy Easter Monday. How are you doing? Today is the first day back on my 30 days to healthy living, which is it's just a life-changing healthy eating plan, I suppose, is what it is. Teaches you really good habits, healthy habits, really fantastic meals you can cook, things like that, and cuts out your allergens and this, that, and the other. What it got me thinking of was how many of us are actually addicted to caffeine. So I'm quite lucky. I mean, I haven't really been drinking caffeine for years now, for a variety of reasons, but a lot of us are, and a lot of us have been used to going into Costa and having our, whatever, I don't even know what they are, macchiato things, whatever. And it's just like, all of a sudden we can't do that. And I'm just wondering how many of us are actually going through some kind of caffeine withdrawal if you haven't got a shed load of caffeine at home. So it kind of got me thinking of my top 2 tips really on your 2 ways to come off caffeine, because I think we don't realise quite how addicted we are quite a lot of the time. And yeah, so my top 2 ways, or the only 2 ways really, and this is something I go through with my clients all the time. Number 1 is you're either going to wean yourself off gently, or you're going to have to cold turkey it. Those are the 2. There is an in between, but really those are the 2. Now, the thing I would always say to people, actually, you want to come off slowly, because actually the things that you get with caffeine withdrawal are quite major. They can really take you out of the game for a good, couple of weeks, actually, is the crazy thing. And if you actually have more than 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day, and that's been your norm, actually to come off caffeine, you can actually be suffering withdrawal for like 2 months. Most of those symptoms happen in the first couple of weeks, but the whole process, that is still flushing through your body. And I think caffeine, there are so many things that it can actually, there are so many problems that it can give to you, if you like, drinking too much. And with everything, because you've been drinking it so much, you get so used to it, and you don't realise that you're addicted, and the problems that it is creating. Like, actually having huge amounts of caffeine can give you, heart problems, palpitations. Too much caffeine can give you headaches, but you can have problems sleeping, all these things. And to you, it's just a part of your normal everyday life, but actually you've got a caffeine problem. So, I mean, when I came off caffeine 2 years ago, I always thought, I was a tea drinker more than anything, and I always thought, it didn't keep me up. Don't know what this caffeine thing is keeping me up at night, because it doesn't. But actually, the minute I stopped drinking caffeine, all of a sudden I'm getting tired at like 10 o'clock at night instead of just getting tired at 1:30 in the morning. So it kind of just goes to show that it kind of sneaks into your life, and you just don't realise that the issues that it's giving you. And also, I might work with pregnant ladies as well, and women that are trying to become pregnant. And what we want to do is cut down the caffeine for that as well. So anybody that's wanting to cut down their caffeine for whatever reason, maybe you just can't get your caffeine at the moment, so now's a great time to cut it down. These are effectively the 2 ways. There's not a lot of detail in them really. To be fair, it's 1 or 2 things. So if you're going to wean yourself off, what you want to be doing is cutting down, like, if it's coffee, you want to be cutting down like 1/4 cup every couple of days to wean yourself off like that. Now, if it's tea, you can go to like 1/2 cup. So I would be, cutting down, especially if you drink a lot. If you don't drink a lot, then you can pretty much, go quicker than that, most likely. But I think if you drink a lot of tea, now I was drinking 25 plus cups of tea a day. Like, I was on a drip. Practically, I was on a drip with tea. It was crazy. I was on a lot. So for me, it takes longer. You know, I had to wean myself off more so. If you don't, you see, what happens, well, get to that in a minute. So that's your one, is to wean yourself off gently. Obviously, if you're into a lot of energy drinks and things like that, sugary drinks, like if you're like Pepsi Queen, then there's a lot of caffeine in that as well. So you want to be cutting down sugars. So you want to be cutting down those as well. And there are different amounts that I would always suggest with cutting down those. So if you want to ping me a message, if like you're totally addicted to your energy drinks, and you want to know how best to wean yourself off, ping me a message and I'll give you some guidelines on that. So your first one is weaning. Now, if you wean yourself off, what you're going to find is you're probably not going to have a lot of symptoms of withdrawal, which is what you want at the end of the day. Nobody wants to feel like crap. So you should actually find that is a lot easier to do. It takes a lot longer. It does take a lot longer, and that's no good if your supply's being cut off. To be fair, if your supply's being cut off, it's just like, oh my God, you're going to go into like full on withdrawal. So we're going to go cold turkey. So this is the second one, is going cold turkey. Now, cold turkey is really good if you just want to get it done and dusted. It is. If you don't drink a lot of caffeine now, then I would say cold turkey is going to be a lot easier. If you are like crazy on the coffee and you're having a ridiculous amount of coffees every day and it is like your life, going cold turkey, it would not be my way to go, to be honest with you. I would always say you need to like wean yourself off. The thing with going cold turkey is you can get major withdrawals. And then what that also means is a lot of the time people give up. And it's such a shame because you've gone through the process, you're already getting some symptoms. And then it's like, do you know what? I just can't handle it, because you can get with caffeine withdrawal, anxiety, depression, insomnia, headaches, major headaches. What else? Irritability. No one wants to be irritable. You can get the cramping. Sometimes it can actually feel like you've got flu, because your body has got so used to having this in its system. So I would always say really wean yourself off, but you can go cold turkey. I mean, I pretty much, no, I didn't. I weaned myself off. I did. I weaned myself off. So, and this is generally what I would always suggest to my clients to do, to wean themselves off gently. So, those are my two ways. Those are your two options. What I've got, if you would like to know if you are addicted to caffeine, I've got a couple of really good quizzes. So if you ping me a message, I'll send you the links to those quizzes and you can actually see, if you are addicted to caffeine and quite how badly you're addicted to caffeine. And also I've got some amazing supplements, products, things like that I use for my clients to help them when they're coming off when they're coming off the caffeine. I wanted to say caffeine and coffee at the same time then. And I probably did. But yeah, so some amazing products that I absolutely swear by. So, and they're really good on a whole range of levels. So if you'd like either of those things, or you want a few more tips on, coming off the caffeine, then ping me a message and I will answer you as soon as I can. And I will get those quizzes over to you. How addicted are you? Could be scary to find out. I never thought I was, but yeah. I was addicted to cups of tea. Now I'm addicted to fistings. Totally different thing though. Anyway, my lovely, I hope you're going to have an amazing day. Enjoy. Last day before we're back to, for some of us, back to the old office work, like me, working at the dining room table. And so enjoy whatever you're doing. And I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Take care, my lovely. Bye.